Okay, this is a video. I told you I'd want to show you how to make bubbles. So you're going to mix your UV epoxy to, I did just regular blue, and I'm going to do regular blue in the bottom. Doesn't matter if it has bubbles, does not matter at all. And I'm going to spread it out a little bit. Don't worry about the work time because it's UV. You got plenty of time. Put it wherever you want it. I'm going to cover that little lip right there. You're going to make sure you have enough so that it just makes bubbles. You know, it makes the... Let me get it all up in there where I want it. You can put white mica powder in there if you want it lighter. I live on a lake, so I prefer mine to be a little bit browner because that's what we have, bluish brown water out here. Make sure it stays kind of where you want it. Then you're going to get your bubbles that I've already blown the bubbles. Now you see how small they are? They're little. I'm doing that right. They're little bubbles. When you first do it, they're real big. You don't want them real big. You just want them small. Then you're going to scoop it up, lay it on top. Make sure your ceiling fan's not on because it'll pop all your bubbles before you get there. If it does, put more bubbles. See how it's popping the bubbles? Get it all up on there, on the edges, and then if it doesn't come out right, see how fast they're popping? I even turned the fan off. Let me do it again. Let me turn the fan off. Oh. Okay, here we go again, girls. Yeah, these are not popping as fast. Hope it works because I got that's a lot of soap on there. Don't know, let's see. And just set your light on it. The UV will cure in the shape of the bubbles. And I went and dug these up out of the lake bed, and they were white and real chalky because they were dead. So I got me UV and I painted them bronze and then went back over them with some just plain alcohol ink to give them a little bit darker color because ours up here are like dark black brown. Then I held it in place, very tricky, put a little bit of dab of UV resin again, put it underneath the light, let it sit 2 times, and then if it's set, I squeeze on it, you know, make sure it's set. And then you can turn it over very carefully, drip it in there, or get your little tool. I have a little tool that I use. I don't even know what this is. And I'll get it right in there on that little lip right in there. And I'll dab it on there, get it good and thick. Then I put it underneath the light again, and that holds them. And then you can put those wherever you want. You know, it's really easier if you do your shell before you put it together, like I did on this one. If you do your UV shell, whatever you want, glitter, broken glass. This is broken glass glitter. These little things look like bubbles, foam. That has some the little cabochons you get at the Dollar Tree. I bust them up in a blue jean bag and separate them. The bigger pieces, I use those for plant stakes. And then the smaller pieces, I use for the little things, you know, the little things like this. And you just put you can mix it in with the resin, or you can lay the resin in there, drop your stuff, tap it down in there with your little tool, lay some more, and then UV it, and you'll have that sparkle. You'll have the sparkle. And mine were white, so I put brown resin on the back and made it look more like a shell. And all this right here, when I did that, I did a coat of white paint. And then I came back with the mica powder, the white mica powder, and I just scoop it out with my little scooper here, put it on there, and then just rub it with my finger. I just rubbed it all over the shell, all over the shell. And then I did this on the shell, but you'll put this, the mica powder on the shell. You can do another UV and cure it, that sets that mica powder, and then you can do this. This one has a little bit of gray in it, because like I said, we're not a beach up here, so I have to consider nobody wants beach stuff up here. They all want lake stuff. So, let me get my whites. Let me get my whites and let's see how it did. Yep, we got bubbles. Yep, we got bubbles. A lot of soap, we got bubbles. See the little bubbles? See them? Little bubbles. Then you're going to get your mica powder. You can dip your finger in there, whatever you want to do. Just dip your finger in there. I'm lucky that this shell was really nice and white and pearlescent. But you just want to rub that mica powder wherever you want it to be really shiny. And once that's set, rub that mica powder on there real good. Because you're going to come back and you're going to rub it off a little bit. Okay, you see how much is on there? That's quite a bit on there. Okay, then you're going to come back and you're going to rub it just a little bit, not a whole bunch. And it makes your bubbles show up a little bit more. I got my glasses on. Yep, there we go. Then that's what you get. You get the bubble look. I hope that's showing up. You get it to where it looks like bubbles. Now if you want to take off more, you just rub it. See, it'll come off. Take it off more. But I like the mica powder, just makes it pretty. I'm going to put some more back here that'll stick. Yeah, it's sticking. Just put some more back here. And then when I'm through with all the decorations and everything, then I'm going to go back with my clear coat over all of this. I usually just squirt clear coat there, and I have some brushes that I use when I'm doing nails. I have some old brushes, and I use those little brushes just to spread it on. You know, and it gets everywhere. It gets all up underneath this crack. And don't worry about, I mean, if you want to clean your brushes, that's fine. You just, I clean them with 92% alcohol, 99% alcohol. I use 99. Gets the epoxy and everything off. All of it, even the resin. Gets every bit of it off your hands. So, and you know, mica powder, it goes on forever and ever. So, that is how you do it. Like that. Then I'm going to, let's see, let me get my little bag of junk. Got these little, got these on somewhere. I don't know if I got them off of Craft. I don't go to Home Depot because I don't, Home Depot, Hobby Lobby, because I don't live near anything. I am an hour and a half away from a big city, you know, 45 minutes away from Walmart. So it's not like I can just run down the street and get what I want. I just can't. These are rhinestones. Come on. Get them on there. There's a little bit of glass. That glass in there. There's some more rhinestones. There's my pencil. My pencil ain't over here. Just put them in. There's the little seashells. My sister sent me a necklace from Hawaii, so I broke it all up. She went to Hawaii. Let me put some more seashells over there. And how about another? How about a gray one right here? Nope, it's not in the way of all this. There we go, that's good. That's a shell right there. Now, this is my, I have some turquoise looking glitter. I have a, what I call a royal blue. That is so pretty. I have a royal blue. You can sprinkle it or mix it in your resin when you're doing that. And then I have these tiny little bubbles like right here. They look like bubbles to me. That's what I put on my driftwood. See how they look? Little tiny bubble looking things. Got all kinds of junk. That's a turquoise color. And this is, I think they call this aquamarine because it's like a light green color. Those are pretty. You put those in there or on there, doesn't matter. Use your little stick to put it all on there. Now, what I'm gonna do now, cover up my makeup powder before I make a big mess. I'm gonna get my UV and just drip it on there. Now, y'all know that UV will mess up your rhinestones. It'll make them not shiny. So you want to be careful and not get the UV on your rhinestones. It'll cover the glass. It will cover the glass. And here's my glass trash. All of this here. This is all my glass trash that I busted. I'm gonna put some of that on there. This is just pretty. Here's a blue one. And put that one right there. As long as it touches it, you're fine. You're good. There's another blue one. Oh, that's a rhinestone. Okay, here's the blue one. There's the blue. I'm gonna dab. Yeah, it would be easier if I just spread it out. And we just gotta make it difficult, don't we? And if you put too many layers, it's not gonna set because the UV light has to hit it. You might have to pick it up, turn it at an angle, all that stuff. Here's my blue. I'll put that right there. Here's another blue. You know what? I'm leaving that. I'm gonna put a blue maybe back here. If you can see what I'm doing. I don't have all fancy lights and all that stuff. I just don't. Put that. I like to put it where the cut part is showing because it just gives it more sparkle. And we have another blue right there. I think that hit. I'm gonna make sure it hit. Just dab the glue. Let it run. Just give it a second to run down. All these others I know have run down. Let me get my light. Sometimes my light works, sometimes it don't. Yep, see? Now here we go. You're gonna see me beat the crap out of this light until it starts working. There we go. And I don't touch it because it'll quit. When you're cleaning your brushes, you can just put a little bit of 99% alcohol, or I take my brushes and I wrap them like this. So that's because I'm this way I'm facing the water, so I don't want sunlight coming in and getting them, and that does it. It won't let the sunlight come in and get them. But I wanted to show y'all when I made the ring holders. I'm fixing to show y'all how to do that. That's a ring holder. Now that's two. This is going to be a set of geodes for my son. He wants black and gold and red, crimson red. I got to figure out how to make crimson red. Pour. He wants me to pour it on a big canvas, and we're going to put it in his room. I have all that over here set up, ready to go. This is probably enough to show y'all. Yep, we're good. Okay. Well, there went them pearls. So I got enough pearls in there. Yeah, I got enough pearls in there. Okay, there you go. See how pretty that looks? Now, whatever color you want to use, you know, whatever color you want to use. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to put a little piece of stick back here, and it's going to go down, and it's going to be a plant stake. So I'm gonna glue it, the stick on the back here, and then not glue it. I'm going to UV resin it, and then they can stick it in their plants on the porch or whatever in the house. You can even stick them in flower arrangements. They're real pretty, real pretty. So the next thing I'm going to do is clear coat it. Done with that, and that's probably why it messes up, because they just throw it all over the place. Get the brush. Just brush it all in there. This brush has been uncleaned for literally weeks. It just sits over there and waits for me to use it. And it's gonna run, so y'all need to know that. I put a little bit up here. Put some down here. Just paint it all around. And if you want to add more, you know, like my little pearls fell off, y'all can add the pearl again. It'll stick to this. It will. And if you get in there and find you don't have enough. Now this sometimes can be really rough. On my wave, it was super rough. And so I went back over it with a nail file, a pretty tough nail file, and smoothed it out a little bit so it wouldn't be so rough. And it came out really good, real good. Put that back on there. Make sure I got it all covered. Yep, it's all covered. Let's mix that in a little bit, okay? There's not much mica over there. There's some right there. We can mix that in. Don't worry about bubbles. That ain't no big deal. If you want to mix sand, you totally can mix sand. Here's my Florida sand somebody shipped me. Can you believe I had to pay for sand? Then you can add your sand right on top of the UV resin right there. I like doing that. Just gives it an extra look. And if it's not real good, you can just get a brush and put it on with a brush, you know. But this looks good like that, and tap it in. Garbage can, just tap it in. Yeah, just tap it in into that resin a little bit. You'll see it. It'll show up. You'll feel it. You know, you'll see the sand. Looks pretty. Okay, now where's my light? My shorted out light. What do I expect? Whoop, there we are. It come on first time. Oh, well. He's in protest. We had a lightning strike here yesterday. I mean, on the property. It hit. We think it hit actually hit the cable box because it blew our cable box. This is 1980. It blew out our internet, so we're waiting on them to come out and give us a new box. They told me 10 days, and I'm fixing to call them up and tell them that ain't happening. If you can't get out here today, I'm just calling Starlink, and we'll get it over with. Just wipe your little brush off and put it up. Stick it back in there and roll it up. And it's curing. Yeah, you can see that sand. Yeah, you can see the sand. I might actually stick it on the stake. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can put in there. I got these little things off of Amazon. These are cute. Those are real cute. All kinds. But we don't have those kind of fish here. But another thing is you can use the temporary tattoos your kids use where you lick it, put it on your hands and you lick it, and it sticks. You can use that to I would do the color first, then the temporary tattoo thing. Get it wet, stick it on there, get it wet, peel it off, and then you got your fish. Looks like you have fish underwater, whatever you want to put. I put them on wine glasses, and it looks like there's fish in the wine glasses. Then I made some for the men, because men ain't gonna drink glittery fancy wine glasses, or wine I guess, and do it like that, and that way the men can actually have something that's made for them. There's not much stuff out there made for men. You know, I got one. Not that he would use one of them, but if I had a bunch of company over, it'd be pretty just to sit out on the island outside, and if somebody wants to use it, that's fine. You know, I make those in more masculine. I think they call them a rock glass, where you put rocks, ice cubes, rocks, and then you pour pure liquor on there, and they're supposed to sip it. Okay. And that is the finished product. Do you see how shiny it is? There it is. There it is. And you can see those bubbles when you put that mica powder on there. You can see them. Now, if you want your bubbles bigger, then leave your bubbles bigger. You know, put them on there bigger. See, these are bigger. But when they're real big, I just do like that. Sorry. I do like that, and it pops them and makes them smaller. Then when you run out, you just do more. Yeah. And you just push it off on there. That would be perfect size right there. That really would. Not that big fat one, but yeah, those would be perfect size. Those would show up real good like it did on the wave, on my wave over there. It did real good. And that I used UV resin with white alcohol ink, the little alcohol inks. Mix that in a little bit and put a little bit of mica powder in it so it's kind of sparkly, you know. But that is how you do it. It's super easy. And then I always do the back because it's just pretty when it's really nice and shiny. It's pretty. I mean, it's real shiny right now. Super shiny. But I don't have oyster shells and all that like y'all do. I have to have, we call these mussels. We have mussels, this. And I ordered some long mussel shells from a man that actually, I think he lives down where we came from, where we moved from. But I'm supposed to be getting them in the mail pretty soon. I can feel that sand is a little bit gritty right there. So I would maybe just sand that a little bit or just rub it. But all of this is, let me rub off the excess into the garbage. A little tiny garbage can. And there you go. You can see it. I wish you could see it. I hope you can see it. Super easy. You can make these things all day long. Line them up. Line them up. Line them up. Put your stuff. Do your bubbles. Cure it. Put your stuff. Do your bubbles. Cure it. I mean, you can do 20, 30 of these a day. That ain't hard. Okay? All right. Bye.